Okay, yes.
Hi, I'm a journalist with Merger Market. Just a question. There are private equity houses like General Atlantic who have handsome portfolio of Indian and European companies. So how strong is the case for private equity-led cross-border mergers in Indo-European space?
Okay. Phil, do you want to answer that? Okay, I'll come back in a second. First question, how would you sort of address this gentleman's exasperation for dealing with French companies? And
Well, one piece of advice could be that he comes to France and talk to me or talk to some of my people, and we can probably help him. I mean, you need time. You need to understand the culture. You need to persevere. That's the only way. I cannot give you any more. And when you go to visit a company, make sure that you have something useful to bring to them. It's what else can I say? I mean, has been said already in the panel. You need, if you want to create relationship, you need to understand the culture. If you speak the language, it's better, but it's not. I think the English language now is. It's easier to speak English now in countries like France and in most of Europe. So I think I'm used to say to the people in the company, you have to love your clients, and the best way to demonstrate love is to spend time with your clients. Same piece of advice. Spend as much time as you can, and you will succeed.
Stefan, would you like to comment on the French example or contrast it with the German way of doing business?
No, it's basically, I mean, of course, totally different countries, but and different business attitudes, but both are strong industrial countries where you can do a lot of business, and you have to adjust to it. You have to speak on eye level. Again, this is an important thing, that you're being trusted and being taken seriously, and that is you have to speak on the same level. The proposition has to be such that it is being taken seriously. But if that's the case, I don't see any reason why that should be impossible. But it will often happen through local people. It's true. But it's same here.
Phil, the question on venture capital encouraged mergers and acquisitions.
Okay, let me just go back to this France thing first, because as an Englishman, I have to have an opinion on France. I think the mistake that's really being perpetuated in some of the questions is that there is one key that you need to understand, or one formula that unlocks particular geographies, whether that be the European continent or whether that's an individual country. And there is no formula. There is an attitude that you have to take along to any meeting. You need preparation. You need to be open. You need to explain things. The level of politeness that you need to show, the deference, etc., is different by country, but it's also different by industry sector, and it's different by corporate, and it's different by the person and the position that you sit in. So if you go and see a board member of a major French organisation, clearly you need to be deferential, you need to talk, you need to make sure that you're demonstrating you have a reason to be at the table. Yeah. In Germany, it's no different, but actually you need to be cognizant of how the boardroom politics work that is different in Germany compared to France, and how you're going to address how you would take a decision forwards. So it's not that people mess around and don't make decisions, it's just that there are arcane political processes to take decisions through, and you need to be cognizant of those, or you will end up walking away disappointed, or you will say something to try and close a deal and actually turn off the opportunity completely. So it's about awareness and attitude. On the PE's question, I think it's an extremely good question. What we're seeing is, and we've seen it over a number of years now, investment houses, private equity firms, etc., becoming more and more interested in outsourcing and sourcing as a sector for potential investment. And the M&A is not really there yet. What we're seeing is large-scale inward investment from people like General Atlantic Partners and Tiger Global and all of these, the rest of them, that's placing private money inside businesses where they see returns on capital invested to be fundamentally higher than anything that they could achieve in their own domestic markets. So I think it's a great thing. I think it's going to spawn further inward investment, but I also think it's going to spawn secondary and tertiary investment markets where you'll be able to have derivatives based in outsourcing contracts traded openly to actually create a different form of liquidity both for the outsourcing companies and for the investment houses. So we've not seen the end of this yet. It's just the first wave of a building industry, still an extremely immature industry, and it's going to be right on the back of all of this economic globalization that, let's face it, is happening far, far faster than any government can actually change their cultural landscape and their economic landscape inside their own countries.
Okay, before we head for a sum up of our discussion today, are there any more questions? Please, for advice, yes.